Welcome everyone in this new live development video about building an auto battler game. In this video we're going to store information from the outgame menu to in-game, and these information are going to be team color and team ID. So we're going to open up our player states, which has a local player state, but we need new variables. One will be team color and the other one will be team ID. It's going to be an integer and it's going to be rep notify, and team color is going to be a linear color and it's going to be rep notify as well. So it created two new function received when these variables are being modified. And we want to open up our player entry, and we want to make that button, and we want to add a combo box, I think it is. I'm not sure if that's I don't remember. Input, combo box, pin box, a numerical entry box that allows for direct entry of the number or allows the user to click and slide the number. We don't want that. We don't a comma string. And selected option will be 1 by default. Default option will be 1. 0. Okay, I froze. I want to put down 0. I want to hit compile. Okay, that doesn't do anything. So I want that to be on to fill. If I fill, do we? No, we don't. We don't see. We don't want that to fill. We want that to auto, and we want the player name to fill. The combo box. Oh, what happens to the combo box here? 1. Okay, the default option is not being displayed. Selected option. If we create game, oh, it's not 1 by default. I wonder why it's not. So this is going to be our team selector, team amount selector. So selector team ID, like this. Image team color is going to be actually a button, and we're going to draw it as an image. We're going to clear. I think we cannot use I want like base color. I think I can do this, yeah, and I can change the size, and it's going to change the size of the image. Yep, so that's the button I want, like 50 per 50 maybe, like this. When it's being hovered, I want to use the same material. I want to draw it as an image. Same goes for this and this and this. Sorry, not the normal padding. Okay, we've done what we needed. And I want it to be white. Actually, I want it to be white by default. So I've just changed. Okay, we're not going to do this. We're going to create a material instance. We're going to call this UI team color. Open that up. Make it white by default, and material property override. So we don't want to make that user interface. We want to make that like it was before, like this. Hit compile, go back to UI team color and make that. We want to make that a UI material, and we can't. I had the feeling we can override that. We had the possibility to override that, so we don't have it. So we're just going to remove this mi team color, We're going to remove this and we're going to open up, we're going to add a texture, new texture like 50 by 50. It's going to be white. We're going to save that as a BMP, a Targa, I think. Yeah, we're going to call that T white base color, for instance, like this. Then we're going to import that in our not material, texture. We're going to have base here. We're going to drag and drop our newly created texture. We can't drag and drop it, so we're going to import T base color. Oh, we have a bunch of stuff here. I don't know why. So I'm just going to reopen it to fix this. If I save this, if I resave this, yes, compression, yes, and I will re-import it. Okay, so it doesn't like what I'm doing with this, so I'm just going to make a BMP. I'm going to save it and I'm going to import it as BMP. Yes, we want to re-import, yes, so it behaves the proper way. We want this to be UI, and this is going to be our team picker. Yes, it is like this. So this is our team picker, Teamcolor picker, button color picker, like this. And we will want to build some kind of color picker now. User interface WGT team color picker. We want to open that up, remove the canvas, make that of the desired size. Add a uniform grid panel. Go back to the content browser, create a new widget which is Teamcolor entry. This is going to, we're going to remove this size to its desired size. It's going to be a button, and it's going to be the exact same button we created there, so we're just going to copy and paste it here like this. Hit compile. So we have a color picker, and we're going to create a bunch of add widget, create widgets. So in the team color picker, we're going to create a bunch of team color entry. We're going to grab our stuff here. We're going to do 2 for loop. We're going to have like 2 lines and several columns and 5 columns, which means we're going to have like 10 pre-configured colors. So for each we're going to make that variable UGP uniform grid panel grid team colors, and we're going to add these. If we go back to designer, press compile, we're going to have only one. We have to get their slot as uniform grid slot and set their row and column like this. So column and rows. Oh, I didn't want to hit play. Oh, we had an error. When we leave, we get an error because we're trying to, I think we're trying to, yeah. It doesn't matter for now. We'll see how it goes. So I think it's working, but we can't be sure for now because it's all white. We're going to go back to our color picker, and in here, pre-construct, we're going to say set color and opacity. If we do that, is it working? Oh, we can't see by that. Oh, they are not black. They should be black. Color, background color. Okay, so that's the one we should be modifying. So I think it's gonna be black in the color picker. It's not. I don't know why. Maybe because we chose alpha black. No. If we hit compile, it's black, and if we tell it to be red, is it gonna be red? Orange? Yeah, it's orange. So this is working. We want to promote that to a variable named Teamcolor, exposed on spawn, like this. This is going to be orange by default, so they are orange by default. But actually, in the color picker, we want to have a bunch of colors allowed. How can we do this? How can we do this? We're going to build a variables called allowed colors, which are going to have a bunch of linear colors like this. What colors do we allow? We have like 10. We have like white and black and red and blue and green and yellow, and we're going to have like orange, like this, and I don't know, like pink, why not? Like gray, and the last one is going to be like purple. Like this. So we're going to get, so we're going to refresh that. It's going to bring Teamcolor. We're going to get a copy of the color we want here, and we're going to, what is going to be that? This is going to be this plus 1 multiplied by the loop plus 1, the second loop plus 1. So this minus 1, I mean plus 1, sorry. Hey, plus 1, and this plus 1. So we're going to grab the 0, no, minus 1, I think. So now there is a problem in our calculation. So the first one is going to return 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1, so 1 plus 1, 1, 0. The second is going to return 0 plus 1, 1 multiplied by 2, it's 2, minus 1, 1, so it should be working, I think. How much returned the second one? So if we are 1, 2 multiplied by 1 minus 1, 1, yeah, okay, so that's my bad. So I need to do something like multiply by the amount of row, so 4, the amount of columns. Yeah. So that's not the way to do it, obviously. It's not clean. We can do something like remove remove index, it's gonna work, but it's kinda silly, but it's working right away, so we'll go for that. So we have a bunch of buttons to choose our color. When we click that, it's going to bring the color picker, but we're not going to put it there. I think we're going to put it in the lobby itself. So in the lobby we're going to add the color picker. Well, actually we want that to spawn. No, we want that in the Teamcolor, in the player entry. So we're going to need an overlay. We're going to put all of this in the overlay. Whoops. And we want like the color picker in the overlay. We want it like below the Teamcolor, maybe like this. What happens if we just do this? Okay, we're going to have it like this, and if a player joins, what happens? Okay, so we have that. So it's going to be, yeah, so it's using up space, which will modify the space used in the vertical box by all the players' entries, and we kinda don't want that. Yeah, we don't want that. Because if I say it's collapsed, but then I say when I click this button it shows up, it's gonna move stuff in the player lobby. Yep, it's moving them up and down, and I think we don't want that at all. So I think we won't be adding it here. Well, we could be cheating. I think we can be cheating. We are in the S box and we want an overlay inside the size box, and we want a Teamcolor picker inside this overlay. And we want to move it a little bit, so the size box is going to be just a little bit larger, like this. Oh yeah, we have to specify this in the size here. And the Teamcolor picker is going to be moved down and moved up, like this for instance. And I think it won't. Yeah, it needs to be collapsed by default. And if we are always in multiplayer, yeah, it won't interfere with the size of the rest of the stuff. but I don't like the fact that I had to modify the size, so we're going to make it smaller, and we're going to tell we can't tell it to it adapts to the size I specify in here. It can only occupy that space. So, and I don't want to use a size box inside a size box, which will make no sense. But maybe it's gonna work. I wonder how it's gonna behave. Width, no, height override. It cannot be bigger than the size box inside of the overlay. I mean the initial size box. So if I do this, it's going to be like this, but maybe we don't care. Let's say we don't care for now. We'll say that when we click this, it's going to flip-flop. It's going to show it and to hide it. Like this, okay. And when we click it, it should be changing our color. And when we click elsewhere, okay, we won't take care of this. Oh yeah, we can open up both of them, so we need to disable them if we are not the local player. So we have to open up, I think, our outgame player state. It's if we are self at some point. Set player ready. I think that's what we want to, that's where we want to go to. We want to find something where we're using the term self. I know for a fact. On player connect, are we ready? If we are not, if we are not self, we're going to disable the Teamcolor picker like this. Set enabled. Are we self? If not, we cannot modify. So I can click on the other, which seems quite strange, but I cannot click, whereas I'm using the exact same function at the exact same location. Teamcolor picker, get button. No, that's what we want to. Oh no, that's not what we want. We want to disable the button color picker like this, and we can no longer click on it, but we can click on ours. So that's what we wanted. So let's open up the color picker once more. So I think I make two different videos, one for the color picker and another one for storing and sending information. We're going to create a new folder, Teamcolor, color picker in the outgame, now in the lobby, and color picker like this. So this guy is going to bind itself to the clicked event of the color entries. So when the button is being clicked, it's gonna call. Oh, I should have made that. I think I can still make that a button, a base button. If I make that a button and hit compile, I think everything should work the same way it was before. Yep, so I can bind myself to the fact that it was being clicked. Create event. We're going to create a new event on color picked, and it's gonna take a button as parameter, clicked color on color picked like this. We're going to cast that into a Teamcolor entry. We're going to get the linear color, get Teamcolor, and we're going to set, oh yeah, it doesn't have the information, but I think we're gonna create it. New dispatch on color switch. It's gonna take a linear color as parameter, and this is going to be new color. Like this, we're going to call this, and the multiplayer lobby is going to bind itself to this. Not the multiplayer lobby, my bad, the player entry. So on construct, we're going to grab our Teamcolor picker. We're going to bind ourselves to the fact that it switch color, and we want to create a new function, switch color, ask for color switch. Well, actually we're going to remove this and try a different approach to that. The multiplayer lobby is actually creating entries for players, and if we are self, we are going to grab the color picker of that entry, and we're going to bind ourselves here, ask for color switch, receive color switch, new color, new linear color, new color. This is going to be received by a rep notify event. Yeah. We want to create receive color switch. No, ask for a color switch, new color. We want to ask for color switch here. And what do we want to do? We want to get in touch with our set player ready. We want to get in touch with the outgame controller, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. So when we ask for player switch, we want to grab our player and we want to tell him we don't want that one. Well, actually, no, we won't be able to color switch elsewhere of outgame. Oh, I thought we had, oh, maybe that's in the player state that we added the logic. Yeah, we had it here, so we want there. So we want to add a new custom event, switch team color, linear color, new color, like this, and we want to have the same event, which is going to be run on server and going to be reliable, and it's going to be server switch team color, like this, and it's gonna promote that into a variable, team color. Oh yeah, we already created that variable in the parent class of that, so set Teamcolor like this. It compiles, it saves, go to our player state, unwrap Teamcolor. We're going to call color on Teamcolor change on Teamcolor update even, and we're going to be calling this in here like this. We want to require to switch color, and in the multiplayer lobby we actually want our games, our state here. Get player states from our owning controller, cast into our outgame player states, and ask for a change in color. Switch Teamcolor like this. And I think we are supposed to receive an event when on Teamcolor updates debug print color changed. We're just going to check real quick if it worked. No, it does nothing, so I guess, or maybe we can't click on them for some reason. Teamcolor entry, this is visible, this is going to be visible as well. We shouldn't be able to click behind it. Is it the button that doesn't work, or is it the... I think we need to be calling something like the clicked event here, call dispatch on clicked. Okay, do we have to override get button? No, we don't. So if we hit play, does it even trigger? I'm not even sure. And if it does not trigger, it means it is a widget bug. So yeah, oh, color change. If I triple click, sometimes I manage to get the focus on it, sometimes I don't, so I guess it comes from the fact that it can take the focus behind. Do we have a Z order? No, we don't. We want that to be on the top. Maybe it's because it's outside of the stuff. So we're going to make that visible to check if it helps. So we don't manage to get the focus on the widget itself. If we put that back in, can we? Yeah, okay. So I guess we're just going to put that here like this, exactly like this. So the color changes, we're good with this. We can remove the print we add. And when the color is being modified, we don't want to do this. We want to actually grab our... We actually want to do this. On player switch color, I guess. We want to have a new function which does this in our players, in our outgame state, which is not open. So system, game system, outgame state, ready, on player ready, on player we're going to have on player switch color, and that's where it's starting to, we're starting to wonder how we need to store these informations. For now we're just going to duplicate that and call that players team color, and it's going to be a map of linear colors like this. We're going to add a player with a color. They are not going to be passed by reference. Player name and new color. On player switch color, which we are going to call in here. In our outgame player state, we want to grab our team color, and the player name is going to be my name. Get player name. On player switch color, what do we want to do? We want to get our multiplayer lobby. We want to get players, we want to get specific entry, so we're going to grab the players, find the proper entry, and change the color of the button. Set button color picker, get button color picker, set background color to that color, like this. And we'll see if that works. Okay, so it seems to be working. Except it's kinda slow for clients, but we do not care. We still have the error. And everyone is seeing the team color. So I guess we're going to call this OK for the team color. And it's going to wrap up the video. So hope you guys enjoyed it and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.